Welcome everyone to the IBS conference on flatbands. If I counted correctly, this is the 34th IBS conference, which is part of a series of conferences which are co-organized by the IBS. And this particular conference is focusing on fine-tuning and perturbing flatbands, on symmetry effects, on many-body interactions, and on applications. And it is organized by these three people: Alexey Andrianov from our Center for Theoretical Physics of Complex Systems in Daejeon, myself, and Boom-Jung Yang from the Center for Strongly Correlated Electronic Systems, and also from Seoul National University, both located in Seoul. And in the following few minutes, I want to introduce the Institute for Basic Science and our centers, the two participating centers who organize this conference, a bit more to you. Okay, this doesn't work. Let me try that. Okay, so the IBS, the Institute for Basic Science, is to me not an institute, but more of an organization. It's a big organization, research organization, or as you can see, a research institution which is government funded and was established in South Korea in 2011. So this year we celebrate 10 years of IBS, and is the first comprehensive basic science research institute in Korea. Its grand vision is making discoveries for humanity and society, and it conducts large-scale, long-term and group research in basic science. It promotes a global basic science network and fosters the next generation of young talents. Currently, according to this slide, at least, there are 31 research centers. I'm not entirely sure, it might be 32 or 33 already, Korea-wide, operating Korea-wide, with a corresponding even larger number of research groups, more than 2,000 personnel, about 1/3 of whom are international researchers, and a budget of roughly $300 million per year. And here you see the map of South Korea and the rough locations of all these centers. In particular, you see here in this area of Daejeon, I'm sorry, this red point here should be at the location of this gray point. So this is the locations of the headquarters of the entire organization. And the headquarters also host a number of centers, actually currently 11 centers. And then in the nearby Korean Advanced Institute for Science and Technology, or KAIST, as most of you may know it, there are another 5 centers which are hosted on the campus of that university. But then comes, and this is, by the way, where we are also located. This is where I'm right now sitting and talking to you at this Center for Theoretical Physics of Complex Systems. But then is, of course, the capital area of Seoul. And in that area, you have also a number of centers, as you can see here, among them also the Center for Correlated Electron Systems, which I will talk about in a bit more detail in the following slides. And then there are other centers which are located in other parts of the country, as you can see here. Most of them work on either physics, chemistry, or mathematics, or life sciences, or some interdisciplinary topics. Now again, it's not working. Let me try that. Okay, and the Institute for Basic Science is, of course, a big organization, and therefore runs a large and global research network worldwide, which you see here with a lot of MOUs signed with various other organizations on the globe. Now, the two centers which are co-organizing this conference, this IBS conference on flatbands, are our center and the center I want to discuss and briefly introduce to you first, the Center for Correlated Electron Systems, which is run by Director Taewon No, who is also here in the audience with us. And this center also has an associate director group run by Changyong Kim. And there is also a subgroup which is focusing on theory work, as opposed, I guess, to the first two groups, which are mostly focusing on experimental work. And that theory group is run by Bom Jung-yang, who is one of our three organizers here. There are lots of, so to say, inputs into what the center is focusing on, and at the bottom line, so to say, the master goal is to find the mysteries of correlated topological phases. Here is a bit more of a detailed structure of that center. So you see there are several groups working on atomic scale control epitaxy, exploratory synthesis, quantum gas simulations, low temperature quantum devices, TEM research. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Taewon, if you can help, please tell me or us what TEM means.
Transmission electron microscope.
Thank you. Now sorry for being so ignorant. Yeah, transmission electron microscopy. Then we have an electronic structures group. Then there is research on optical characterization. There are two young scientist fellow teams which are focusing on Raman, I guess, spectroscopy, then and ARPES spectroscopy. And then there's another group which is working on correlated quantum matter, and there is a density functional theory group. And now I come to the second center, which is our center, the Center for Theoretical Physics of Complex Systems, which is working on a number of topics which you see here in these buzzwords: topology, many-body interactions, disorder, thermalization, glasses, degeneracy, dissipative condensates, electronic correlations, non-Hermitian photonics, ultra-cold gases, and non-equilibrium quantum dynamics. And the strategic research teams derive from the team leaders of our various teams in the center. Besides me, there is Alexey Andrianov, who's together with me running the departmental team. And then we have junior research teams, which are headed by Hichul Park, by Ivan Savienko, a young scientist fellow team headed by Juzar Tingna, a junior research team headed by Dario Rosa, another junior research team headed by Munji Park, and an associate research team which is coordinated by Arago, who is not with us here directly. You again see here a number of themes which derive from the buzzwords I showed you already, so maybe we don't have to focus on them. And here again, you see the structure. So we have a junior research team working on quantum many-body interactions and transport, another one on light-matter interaction and nanostructures, on quantum chaos in many-body systems, on topological and correlated quantum matter, a young scientist fellow team working on non-equilibrium quantum thermodynamics, and a departmental team working on complex condensed matter systems. We are all glued together by the activities of the Science Visitors and Workshop Program, which is run by the coordinator, Professor Jungwan Ryu, and one of our administrative staff members, Kyun Yi, who are both also helping us currently with running this online conference. The program annually organizes about 4 to 5 workshops or conferences with more than 300 participants, and we also run 1 to 2 advanced study groups annually and have usually lots of visitors, which hopefully will be again the norm once we all get vaccinated. We have, and it's of course, slim administration and a small IT sector. And we are waiting for more substructures or structures to be added to our center. With that, I think I am done, and I hope I didn't steal too much time from you. And I want, first of all, to wish all of us a great IBS conference on Flatbands. And I want to use this chance also to announce just a few more just a few more words on how things will go. As you probably have seen, we will have invited talks, which all invited speakers were informed should run for 30 minutes. And this is also what we will try to strictly check and control, so to say. However, the gap between two talks is 40 minutes. So if after 30 minutes there will be lots of discussions, we will use this additional time for discussions and questions. If not, we will have a small and short break, which some people might welcome, and in order to get a coffee, a tea, or whatever else. And then we have also in the during two evening sessions today, and I think on Thursday, we will have contributed talks, which will be shorter, but otherwise the same rules apply. And I want also to draw your attention to the talk on, where is it? On Thursday. On Thursday, we will have at 4 p.m. A colloquium, which is part of this conference, but which is also part of an IBS physics colloquium series, which we run here at IBS. And that talk will be a bit longer and will be given by Daniel Leikam. So please observe all these particularities of our program. Otherwise, we plan to run this from Monday till Friday. I hope you will all stay tuned with us. And I wish us all a fantastic conference with lots of interesting talks and new results. And with that, I think I am done. And I guess I will now share my screen, and then we'll ask our first speaker from today, which is Hideo Aoki from the University of Tokyo, to share the screen. So we still have enough time to do some little checks on the technological parts. So first I will stop with that now. Thank you very much for your attention.